All right, so today we're diving into a scotch that has been making some serious waves, the Sassenach. Now, this one comes with a pretty premium price tag and a very well-known founder, which, always gets you wondering.
And yeah, that's the big question, isn't it? We're talking about $120 a bottle. So is this celebrity scotch actually worth that kind of money? Is it all hype, or is there some real substance in the glass? Well, that's exactly what we're here to find out.
Okay, first things first. To really get what this whiskey is all about, you've got to understand its name and the whole idea behind it. This isn't just a label. It's branded as a spirit for the nonconformist, for the outsider.
So who's the person behind it? Well, it's Sam Heughan, who you probably know as the star of the show Outlander. But listen, this is not just some vanity project where he slapped his name on a bottle. He teamed up with a true master, Michael Henry from the legendary Loch Lomond distillery. And their inspiration? The Scottish Highlands themselves.
And that name, Sassenach, it's actually Scottish Gaelic, and it means outsider or stranger. That's a pretty bold choice for a scotch, right? It immediately tells you what they're going for. This isn't positioned as your grandfather's dusty old bottle. No, this is aimed squarely at a whole new generation of whiskey drinkers. And that whole story really continues right on the bottle. The label on any good scotch is like a little roadmap. It tells you a ton about what's inside and, frankly, helps justify why it costs what it costs. First up, let's talk age. This is a blend of single malts that have been aged anywhere from 9 to 20 years. Now that's a big deal. The older stuff brings in those deep, oaky, dried fruit flavors, while the younger malts give it a brighter, more vibrant character. Blending them creates this incredible, layered complexity that's really tough to achieve. And let's be honest, in the world of whiskey, that kind of age range is a huge part of where that price tag comes from. Next, look at the alcohol content. 46% ABV or 92 proof. That's actually a bit stronger than a lot of standard whiskeys. And it's not just about getting a bigger kick. See, alcohol is what carries the flavor compounds, so a higher proof can deliver a richer, much more robust taste. And it's what's responsible for that signature warmth on the finish.
And of course, this bottle plays by the very strict rules of Scotch. It has to be aged in oak for at least 3 years, a minimum. The Sassenach just blows past. And here's something I really love, that no color added statement. That's so key. It guarantees that beautiful golden color is 100% natural, straight from the cask. No artificial stuff here. It's a tradition of quality that goes back, well, a very long time. The first record of distillation in Scotland was way back in 1494.
So, the story on the bottle is impressive, no doubt. But before we get to the taste, how does it really stack up against the competition? Is all this hype actually validated by the experts?
And wow, the answer is a resounding yes. Just look at this winning streak. We're talking 3 straight years of gold medals at the International Spirits Challenge. But even more impressively, it won double gold, which means every single judge gave it a gold, 3 years running at the World Spirits Competition. Folks, that's not just hype, that is some serious critical acclaim.
With credentials like that, I think it's finally time we see for ourselves what all the fuss is about. Let's translate all these facts and awards into what really matters, how it actually tastes. So first, just look at the color in the glass. It's this vibrant, absolutely natural gold. And because of that label, we know for a fact this isn't from artificial coloring. This is purely the result of all those years spent aging in oak casks. All right, on the nose, it's surprisingly light and aromatic. You get this almost perfumey, flowery scent right at first, but that quickly opens up into this rich, sweet smell of butterscotch. It's really inviting and complex from the very start.
And on the first sip, there it is. That butterscotch sweetness from the nose comes right through immediately. But then it evolves. On the mid-palate, it just opens up with these warm baking spices. I'm thinking nutmeg, maybe a little cinnamon, and it adds this fantastic layer of complexity.
And the finish just brings it all home. It's got a really creamy mouthfeel, and you definitely feel that nice warmth from the 46% alcohol we talked about. It all ends with a slight, pleasant, peppery burn that just lingers on the palate. What a well-structured experience, from start to finish.
Which brings us right back to our initial question. We've looked at the story, the specs, the awards, and the taste. So let's put it all together and land on a final verdict. While the source material doesn't mince words here, the verdict is a clear and really enthusiastic 2 thumbs up. It concludes that this is, and I'm quoting here, a damn good product. The quality absolutely lives up to the hype, and yes, to that price tag. But here's the key takeaway for you. This is not your average weeknight pour. It's a high-end, premium product that's really designed to be savored. Think of it as that bottle you pull out for a special occasion, or to share with good friends when you really want to treat yourself. The price reflects the quality of what's inside.
So, the final word is that this is an award-winning, complex, and expertly crafted Scotch that completely lives up to its premium promises. It was made for the nonconformist, for the outsider. So the only question left to ask is, will you be joining them?